Hello, I am Taylor.
And I'm Whitney, and we're the Ghost Sisters.
Wow.
Yours was just so like prim and proper. I was like, we gotta fuck this up. Um,
Aw.
yeah, I'm also like really tired. I laid down for a nap after class, and Sophie was like, no. So like I just was in and out of uh not even REM cycle, everything that we're about to talk about, huh?
Oh my
Oh my god, that's
gosh.
right. I mentioned REM cycle. We are back on dreams.
Bum.
And I'm sure you guys have been up late at night wondering about your dreams and what they mean.
100%.
And guess what? I still don't have answers for you. So,
Bitch.
bitch. So that's actually mom and dad. I went downstairs and I was like, "Oh, I'll sit down here with you guys and I'll research." And dad was like, "What are you researching?" And I was like, "Still dreams." And he was like, "Okay, what does this dream mean?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then
Look it up.
he was like, "What about, this reoccurring one that I've had?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't like, this is all I can tell you from my research, like, I don't know." And then mom, she was like, "Oh, you know what dreams mean?" And I was like, "No, I don't. I don't know what any of it means. That's why I'm researching it, and I still don't know what it means."
Was
Um,
the recurring dream that he was talking about the one with the guy that runs back and forth until he gets really close to dad and then goes, "Wake up."
that was one of them. That was one of
Okay.
them. I'm like, I don't know if he wants me airing his dreams out there, but
I
the
figured that
other
one was benign enough that
and this other one's pretty benign too. He said that it's like
Okay.
he's driving and he's like making turns and turns and turns until all of a sudden there's like a house with white columns and he makes another turn and he's in a cemetery and he can't get out of the cemetery because he's like hitting tombstones and everything.
Did you just call it a cemetery?
Maybe. I fucking said I was tired.
It's good. That's a
Anyways,
weird one. That is a
that is a
very
weird
strange
one.
one.
And I was like,
Yeah.
"Bro, I don't know. It sounds like you are either afraid of houses or columns or cemeteries. I don't
Sim
know."
No, cemeteries.
Cemeteries. Those are
Cemeteries. They're
like
only partial.
they're partial. They're like baby ones because you know it's like a centimeter. It's like
What is this, a cemetery for ants?
for ants. All right.
Alright, cool, let's get into it then.
Okay, so we are going to pick up where we left off, and we definitely are not going to finish what we left off. So get ready. It's going to be three parts.
I was telling Whitney earlier that I really wanted to say it's a three-parter like an Italian mob boss, and so I was just like, "It's a three-parter."
Really? That's the voice that you thought of with that? That is not at all. When you said
No,
Italian mob boss, I thought of like, it's a three-parter kid.
that's so
Like,
that was the voice I tried to do, and it didn't come out that way, but I did
yeah,
the hand
you did the
and the
hand. We both
squint.
we both did the hand, and I don't know if I did the squint. Anyways, okay. If we have any Italian
Mhm.
listeners, not Italian mob listeners. If you are, that's totally fine. We don't judge you whatsoever. Don't come after us.
Right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
But if you are Italian, super cool. Way to go. Welcome. All right. So we'll get into it now.
Okay. I was gonna say, we're also Italian, so you can't come at us.
You clearly don't understand how the mob works, right?
No, I'm saying that if they're angry that we're doing the Italian hand, they can't
Oh,
come at
oh,
us
okay.
because we are Italian.
I thought you were saying the mob couldn't come after us. And I was like, the
No.
mob goes after whoever the fuck they want to, and we're gonna stop talking about them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Okay, moving on.
All right, so we're going to start with our first topic, which actually fits in very well with the mob nightmares.
Oh, nice.
All right. So, in the late 1700s, they were considered to be a disease when a man in his sleep supposes he has a great weight laying on him.
Okay.
So, of course, now the definition of nightmare is simply a frightening or unpleasant dream.
Mhm.
Now, the etymology of the word, obviously we have the word night. We all understand what night is, which leaves the word mare, which is
Mhm.
actually an old English word that referred to a mythical demon or goblin that torments people with terrifying dreams.
Oh,
So
okay.
that should be reminiscent of the episode we did with the Alp, with the German imp that, goes into dreams and everything and does all that. Go
Fuck
listen to that episode.
he fucks you up.
He fucks you up. So apparently there is also a demon in Iranian mythology known as divs,
Hmm.
which I think is funny that you call Divya divs. Anyways, so
I call him Dib Dib.
div div.
He hates it. It's amazing.
It's wonderful. So, divs are actually said to have, like, human-like bodies and, but are, like, super gigantic, and they have horns, and then they have teeth that are more like tusks than, like like a boar kind of thing, like, they have those kind of
Okay.
tusks. Anyways, I didn't go too far into them because I was like, "Well, maybe it's a feature creature." Creature feature?
Creature
Feature creature?
feature.
Well, it's been so long. It's been so long. Anyways, alright, so nightmares are actually fairly normal, for both adults and children, um, and everyone kinda has a bad dream every so often. Um, However, there is a possibility you could have a nightmare disorder, which is called parasomnia, and it can
Mm,
affect, well, I say it can affect, it affects between 2 and 8% of adults.
hmm.
So, pretty rare. Um
Yeah.
but that does include sleep paralysis, sleepwalking, and of course, like not a reoccurrent, like frequent nightmares.
Yeah.
Um, Nightmares are more often to occur during the REM cycle of sleep. It is possible, though, for it to occur while you're awake or while you are falling asleep. Because we did talk about the last episode, like it's possible to have dreams in the non REM cycle. They just probably make
Mhm.
more sense. And also, chances are you're not going to remember them because, the brain was just kind of like, about it.
Right.
So it's still possible to have nightmares during that time. Um, it's believed that they can occur for quite a number of reasons. Most likely, it's from stress or anxiety, not getting enough sleep. It's possible you could have some medications that could be causing you to have nightmares.
Mhm.
And then, of course, some different mental health disorders and post traumatic stress disorders.
So, a really interesting thing is that whenever people experience low and high blood sugar, this is something I've noticed with diabetes, they will experience nightmares because your brain isn't getting the correct amount of sugars.
Ah, well, there you
Yeah.
go. I mean, it makes
Yep.
sense. Um, so there's different kinds of nightmares. There's an
Hmm.
idiopathic nightmare, and these are dreams that aren't necessarily a result of trauma, but are more of something caused by stress or anxiety.
Okay.
So people with these types of
Hmm.
dreams may possibly struggle with some kind of mental disorder, anxiety, have bipolar disorder, or even suffer from depression. Recurrent nightmares are formed during times of very high stress, and as the name suggests, they reoccur. Ta 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 ta. Ta.
Who would have guessed?
Who knew? Scientists. I have mentioned this to you before. I don't feel like you guys are cool and everything, but like creativity is not your strong point.
No, that's actually something that's a recurring theme in my
What?
class that I literally like somebody the most creative that we get is like pancake lava or not pancake lava, pillow lava. They see the pillow, they're like,
Oh.
"It's round like a pillow," and then they have pancake eyes, and some dude looked out and was like, "That looks like a pancake," and, like,
Oh my
named it
god.
pancake eyes.
So
But for
even
the
that's
most
not
part
creative still. Like
right, right, like, that's the most creative that they get, and, yeah, I just, sea mounts, it's a mountain under the sea, name it a sea mount. Like, done.
whale
Okay.
biologist, call it like I see it.
Exactly.
All right, so the next type is post-traumatic nightmares. Um, as you can guess, this does exactly what it says it does. Again, not creative scientists. Um,
Mm-mm.
the nightmare ends up actually being a recreation of whatever the trauma was that the person endured. It is very, very prevalent for those who have PTSD.
Yes.
The dreams themselves can actually be very vivid, obviously, since you're reliving it, and can cause severe panic or anxiety attacks, and can also lead to depressive episodes.
Yep.
So
I
while what?
I have had those.
Fair.
They
I
suck. They suck
I
a lot.
haven't necessarily had, if anything, it's all the idiopathic nightmares. I can't say that I've really had reoccurring nightmares. If I have, it's been just like once or twice. It's not been like
Mm,
a big kind of deal.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, anyways, with all of these types, it's possible that the person can struggle with falling asleep or staying asleep. And of course, that makes the whole situation worse.
Right.
So there are ways to help with the nightmares, and kind of trying to determine what the stressor is. And with that, you can work through the stress with the therapist and everything, and that could help you get rid of some of those nightmares.
Mhm.
For other nightmares that maybe are caused by medication, it could be as simple as just like changing the dose or full on getting a different type of medicine. So there are
Right.
other ways. There is the image rehearsal therapy, IRT. It can be used for those who have chronic nightmares. So for this type of therapy, the person writes down their nightmare and rewrites it with a positive ending. And then at that point, like they hopefully with a therapist. Don't just do this on your own. I mean, you
Hmm.
do whatever you want,
Yeah.
but also I would do it with a therapist. But then that person, as they're trying to go to sleep, rehearses the new version of that dream with the positive outcome, with the intent that when they fall asleep, if that scenario comes back up, they will have the more positive reaction to it instead of it being a nightmare. So, yeah,
Yeah. Interesting.
could help. Lucid dreaming therapy could be used. So it's kind of similar to the one that we just talked about, the IRT, and the thought that the person within the dream can change the outcome of the nightmare. So if they're able to go in, recognize this is a nightmare, I am dreaming, I have control. They're able to then change the outcome of it, and hopefully it's no longer a nightmare.
Mhm.
Another option is exposure therapy, and that would be basically in your nightmare if you are, afraid of, I'm like, what would be a good one? I guess spiders. If you're
Yeah,
having
I was
like
gonna
a
say
nightmare
spiders.
spiders, I'm like, I don't want to go too crazy with it, but if you have
Yeah.
like nightmares of spiders and you're afraid of them, the best way to do it is face your fears,
Yeah.
and just go touch a lot of spiders, I guess. I don't.
Go touch a lot of spiders.
Basically, the intention is to desensitize yourself from
Yes.
whatever your fear or stressor is so that you will no longer have those nightmares. Of course, I feel like that can't work for all of them.
Mhm.
Like, there was a lady that she was afraid of snowmen.
Oh, yes, I saw
Yeah,
that.
you saw that?
I
Yeah, and it
laughed
was
so
like,
fucking hard, and
I
I felt so
know,
bad, but it was so funny.
so bad, but also, like, how do you, I mean, the only exposure therapy she could get would be at Christmas time.
She's literally afraid of the song, "Do You Wanna Build a Snowman?"
No, I fucking don't.
No.
Stop tormenting me, Disney. So, hypnosis is also another
Yeah, I'd
way,
imagine she could not sit through Frozen.
no, she probably no. No, I guess not. Main character
Yeah,
is a snowman. Huh.
yeah.
So, hypnosis could also be used, as a way to kind of keep nightmares at bay or to have more positive thoughts that can help combat stress.
Mhm,
Another thing, which this is just something that I do in general to sleep because I suck at sleeping, is progressive deep muscle relaxation. So it's a way to try to calm your body and mind through like deep breaths and
mhm.
series of tension and release for your muscles. So you kind of go through and you're like, all right, tense up both of your feet, all of the muscles in your feet, curl up your toes and everything, and then release. and then you come back and you're like, "All right, squeeze the calves and thighs and everything," which is only okay whenever your muscles aren't already so fatigued that when you do that, they cramp.
I was
Um,
just thinking, like, my feet would instantly cramp, like, I feel them wanting to cramp just thinking about tensing.
my
So
my whole body, I think, is just one giant cramp.
yeah.
So, I struggle with that one now, but it used to kinda help me. But anyways, the whole point of it is
Mhm.
that you de-stress, and it should help you fall asleep in a nice, peaceful manner so that hopefully you don't have all the nightmares.
Yes.
So, that led me into night terrors. So, night terrors are not dreams.
Right.
So they are not the same as nightmares, um, and they actually are a sudden fearful reaction that happens whenever there is a kind of change between one phase of sleep to another. So for the most part, going from non-REM to REM cycle, something
Okay.
just kind of doesn't sit well, and it causes a fear response. Uh, in
Hmm.
general, it really affects children mostly, like, some adults can still get it, but for the most part, ages 3 to 12 are generally who is gonna have this, and studies have shown that it doesn't really matter, like, male or female, the it's the age, so it's not really a big deal. Well, I
Right.
say it's not a big deal, but, it's not like guys get it more than girls kind of thing. Um,
Right.
but
Right.
yeah. So these are characterized by frequent, reoccurrent episodes of intense fear and crying while asleep and difficulty rousing that individual. So, for the most part, the person stays asleep through the episode. And if they are woken up, they're very disoriented and they're very confused. And the person may like not just cry or scream, they may punch or kick or do something like that. They have a physical reaction to it, but it's not necessarily a dream.
Right.
And for the most part, the person doesn't know what triggered the episode because it wasn't necessarily in the correct sleep cycle. Like it was an in between phase of it where your body is trying to transition. So you don't quite have
Hmm.
the tools, not the tools, the recipe for a dream. So, not gonna normally know
Okay.
what caused it. Um, so
Right.
as far as I say what caused it, and then I'm like, "So what could cause it?" Well, so of course, like with nightmares, stress terrors can occur due to stressful life events, sleep deprivation, or even some medication. And it's possible that some fevers can also cause night terrors. I would think it would be kind of the same thing, like you were saying, with like going too low or too high with diabetes. Like your body is having a chemical reaction to something, but you're
Mhm.
asleep and there's no way to process it. So that's that's my thought on the night terrors, but
Yeah.
just throwing that out there.
Mhm.
So we are now at lucid dreams.
Okay.
So that's what started this whole deal was me having a lucid dream and saying something in my dream and getting a very wild reaction to it. And if you guys have
Yes.
done that, then interesting. Let me know.
I have not had a lucid dream since that, so I haven't gotten a chance to try it.
Well, we'll get into it and maybe you can make yourself have a lucid dream, kid. All right. So,
Okay, 1920s Whitney.
all right, get you I don't know any more phrases. Okay, so we're gonna go back to lucid dreams. Okay. It's like, "Get your shoes on." I don't
Get your
know.
shoes on.
"Get your shoes on so you can kick them off so we can go to sleep and lucid dream. Alright, let's get into it."
Oh my god.
Uh,
Okay.
I told you, I'm really tired. Apparently, I'm gonna have a nightmare because 'cause I'm so tired, I'm sleep deprived.
Oh
Okay,
my goodness.
so lucid dreams are when you know that you are dreaming. You are very aware that the scene that is happening is not real and is simply a creation of your mind. and you can control the outcome of the events or the dream. So I thought it was interesting that there is a whole history on lucid dreams. Um,
Hmm.
I was not expecting that. So the very first written record of a lucid dream was by good old Aristotle in his work on
Of course it
dreams.
was.
Of course, I know. So in this, he stated that he was able to reach a certain state of awareness within his dream. So it has been practiced in
Mhm.
Hinduism for thousands of years. Hinduism or Hindus divide consciousness into waking, dreaming, and deep sleep, with the belief that dreaming and deep sleep can actually be more important than wakefulness, which is
Hmm.
very not the same as Western culture, where they believe, wakefulness is the main state and shows people what is real, and a dream is going to show you what is unreal.
Hmm.
So in Tibetan Buddhism, there is a practice of dream yoga, which is a meditation technique to help. There is like a whole thing about dream yoga, and I was like,
Huh.
too big of a rabbit hole, can't get into it. But
I
the
was gonna say,
whole
will it make me lose weight?
we'll get into that. Okay. So,
Really? Okay.
okay, all
I got
right.
all excited.
Um,
Let's go.
I don't think it will, but we'll
Oh.
still talk about it because that was my thought too. Anyways, but like dream yoga, the whole like that
Uh-huh.
process of doing that, it those letters represent the three like waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. So that
Huh.
it's not just a noise that you make, it also represents something. And so like I went into a hole and I was like, "Ugh, I can't handle this right now." So um I'm too tired to dream or to read about dream yoga. So that was my
Okay.
problem.
Fair.
Anyway, so dream yoga is a meditation technique to help focus on the development of awareness during a dream state. Um, and of course, Buddha himself is known as the awakened or the enlightened, which could also translate to some kind of lucidity of some sort.
Right.
So it's kind of like a, timey-wimey, wavy daisy,
Wibbly wobbly, timey
wibbly
wimey.
wobbly. Yeah. I still
Jeremy
like
Bear me.
wavy daisy, so Jeremy
Oh, I
Bear.
like
The
I like
Y
Jeremy
the
Bear
Y
me.
broke me. Okay. So it was in 1913 when Dutch author and psychiatrist Van Eyden, I'm thinking is how it's said, it's Eeden. So if you guys are
Okay.
Dutch, I'm so sorry. So Van Eyden, he termed the phrase lucid dreaming in an article called A Study of Dreams. Aiden studied his own dreams between January 18. Oh, nope, that's incorrect. January 1898. I put 1891, and that's incorrect. So January
Oh, okay.
1898 to December 1912 by writing down the ones that he deemed to be the most
Wow.
important of his dreams in a dream diary. So, yeah,
That's
like
a long
thirteen
time.
thirteen
Like,
years. Anyway,
damn.
yeah. So out
Yeah.
of those, 352 of them he categorized as a lucid dream. So he described it as, quote, the reintegration of the psychic functions is so complete that the sleeper remembers day life and his own condition, reaches a state of perfect awareness, and is able to direct his attention and to attempt different acts of free volition.
Hmm. Okay.
So, work it out. Okay, so Aiden, Aiden, anyways, he
It
Aiden, he breaks down dreams further into 9 different types of dreams. This is the only
okay.
time yeah, this is the only time during my research that I saw anything that had to do with, demons for lucid dreaming.
Really?
Yes,
Interesting.
so,
Okay.
even whenever I was like, "Lucid dreams and demons," nothing. I got
Huh.
nothing. So, basically I'm not gonna go through all of them, but, there's 9 different types that he goes through. The 7th type of dream is a lucid dream, and then
Mhm.
the 8th type of dream is a demon dream, And that is a lucid dream is immediately followed by an eighth type of dream that he calls a demon dream, where you're unsure of what is real and what is not real.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, okay. So,
So it has nothing to, it's just his way of being like, shit's fucked up. How
huh,
else are you going to
okay.
say that in the 1913s? Shit's fucked up.
True. Yeah, that's fair. Shit's fucked up. Taken
So
from the transcript.
that's exactly how he said it too. It was like, I can't just say
Yeah.
demon dream. I said shit's fucked up. Anyways.
Yep.
So yeah, that was the only time that I ever saw anything that had to do with demons or anything like
Huh.
that. I did find stuff about portals, but it was more about like traveling within your dreams, and the best way to do it is to open up a portal, but nothing about like opening up a portal into a different realm that isn't your dream.
Okay.
So, haven't found anything like that.
Hmm.
So, it wasn't until 1968 that Celia Green began to actually scientifically study lucid dreams, and said that it was a unique sleep state that was related to the REM cycle. So in
Okay.
1970s and 1980s, Dr. Stephen LaBerge or LaBerge,
Whoa.
LA, capital LA, capital BERGE. He was an American psycho psychophysiologist. Psychophysiologist.
Okay. Sure.
It's a long P word here.
Okay. You know what a long P word is?
Your mom.
No, pneumono ultramicroscopic silicon volcanoconiosis.
Well, okay.
It's a long P word. That's all I was getting at.
Okay. I sent you
Actually,
the
the correct
word.
answer is the correct answer is penis because it's always that. Okay, hang on. I got to look
Hmm.
at the word. Did you send
Psychophysiologist.
it here? Oh, yes, you did. I see it.
Physiologist. Psychophysiologist.
Yeah, psychophysiologist. Yes.
So we're it's a struggle. All right. So anyways, he
Whitney's
is
not
the
driving the struggle bus. She is the struggle bus.
yeah, I'm a transformer.
I said that in a text to Laura that we were talking about a guy that you know who the guy is. He used to live with me.
Oh
And
yeah.
she was like, "Why do I get vibes from him?" Like she sent me a TikTok. She was like, "This gives me that guy vibes." And I was like, "That guy wasn't just a tool, he was the entire tool shed." She was like, "I fucking love that." So that's what that
But
reminded
he
me.
was one that has like the light that like whenever you turn it on, it goes like and it kind of like
Yeah,
flickers and everything.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's lots of clicking. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, it's just a light bulb. What's wrong with you? Anyways. So
Okay, back to it.
back
Yes.
to this. All right. So Dr. Stephen LaBerge, he really brought forth the brought lucid dreaming into the light, with the helps of electrooculogram technology.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that happened. That happened. It is EOG for short.
Okay.
I'm actually more surprised I didn't struggle with that word, but somehow I struggled with
Yeah.
psychophysiologist, and I still am. Anyways, okay. So it detects eye movement, and it
Mhm.
enables the dreamer to signal to the waking world that they're having a lucid dream. I'm not really sure how they're able to signal that they have a lucid dream, but I don't know if it's like they can like nod yes with their eyeballs or something, or if it's just a way that the eyes move when you're having a lucid
Yeah, I
dream. I'm
can't
not
do
really
that.
sure. Either way, it
Yeah, that's
detects
weird.
those eye movements. So Laberge also developed a different technique. Well, developed several different techniques to help him and others enter lucid dream states. One of the methods is the mnemonic induction of lucid dreams, aka mild technique. And we'll talk about
Huh.
that here in a little bit.
Did you mean mnemonic?
Sure. Mnemonic. Bleh, bleh, bleh.
Because you said mnemonic, and mnemonic starts with a P. So
Well, this starts with an MN, and Whitney apparently sucks at life. So, mem,
you're good.
mem,
It's fine. I was just trying to understand.
Fucking goats. Okay.
Everybody
Uh,
immediately unsubscribe.
unsubscribe. They're just making mouth noises now, and it's just no.
Exactly.
Um,
Uh-huh.
I thought it was interesting. I'm going to end the history on this note that currently the 14th Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso, I hope I said that right, supports research on lucid dreams and believes that that it has the potential to bridge modern science with ancient religious wisdom. So
Interesting.
I thought it was kind of cool that the Dalai Lama was like, "Yeah, go fucking study that shit." Not
Yeah.
a direct quote.
No,
He would never,
he would never. He would be
never.
offended that you would ever
He really
suggest.
would be. I hope that he would
Actually,
also
he
get a
wouldn't.
giggle.
He wouldn't be offended because that's not within his realm of, like, forgive he, like, just, I hear what you said, and I forgive you for it."
Man, I wish more people could be like that.
I wish I could be like that. There's no way.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
still
no.
salty about something that happened yesterday, so
I'm salty about a lot of things, not just yesterday.
yeah. Mm.
So, all right. So, back to lucid dreams. All right. So, lucid dreams most often occur during the REM cycle of sleep because that is, and no, not screaming goats again, just my brain stopped working. Okay. So, it occurs
Okay.
during the REM cycle of sleep and because of your prefrontal cortex, mine clearly doesn't work, of your brain. That is the part that helps you with self-awareness, and helps you to be more aware of yourself in dreams. And it is also
It's okay. You can do it.
I'm gonna punch you through the computer.
I have faith.
All right, so it is also suggested from a wonderful source, WebMD, that people who lucid dream have
Have cancer.
larger no, but it's not shocking at all if that was what it said. Anyways, who oh my god, Taylor, you fucked me up. Okay.
I'm
Uh,
sorry.
so people who lucid dream have larger prefrontal cortexes.
Oh,
So you're just like a big throbbing brain.
big
Bonk,
brainy
bonk,
over
bonk,
here.
bonk. And
Oh,
leaving for no reason.
big brain am winning again.
Wow, we've had 2 Futurama references so
Yeah,
far.
we're doing good today. I like it.
Oh, wow. Okay, so some people can only really make small changes to their dreams, while other people can do larger things like make entire walls disappear, or they can fly, or teleport to different locations, or apparently open fucking portals so they can teleport to
Mhm.
these locations. So,
I
according what?
I can fly.
Proud of you.
And the
I
dumb way that I fly is I flap my arms to the side up and down.
It's not even like a Superman kind of fly. You're like, "I'm a bird,
Yes, and then the
bird
second that
Taylor."
I can tell when I'm coming out of lucidity, because then when I'm flapping
You're
my
flapping.
arms, I'm not I'm not actually moving in my dream, and I start slowing down and going towards the ground. I'm like, "Keep the lucidity!"
Oh my god. Your brain is like, "None no more of that. You're done.
Yes.
You're done." Um,
Amazing.
okay, so according to sleep.com, lucid dreams aren't really that rare. About 50% of people have had a lucid dream or two, or maybe more than two. While about 23% say that they can actually have them at least once or twice a month, if not
Mhm.
more. So there you go.
Interesting.
And an
Yeah.
interesting thing that I found was that people who suffer from narcolepsy, which is randomly falling asleep while doing normal day tasks when they should be awake, um, could experience more frequent lucid dreams. I don't really
Oh,
know
huh.
know why that is. I don't know if their brain is like, "I'm so sorry that I made you go to sleep just now. Let's have a lucid dream at least." I don't know. Um,
Maybe maybe it's because they're not going through the classic cycles of sliding into REM sleep, they're just going immediately to REM sleep, so there's not.
And that honestly could be because then when we talk about the methods, that kind of
Mhm.
sounds similar to some of the methods.
Oh,
Um,
interesting, okay.
so now are there benefits to lucid dreams? Y yes. Um, like, weird shrug, however you wanna think about it.
Mhm.
So since you're able to control more in your dreams, it's possible that that can help you with, less anxiety, um, and help you feel more empowered. Um, and as mentioned before, like, if you have nightmares, lucid dreams can actually help you work through those, and
Mhm.
obviously, stress and anxiety is something that can cause nightmares, and if lucid dreams help you have less stress and anxiety, then ta-da! Problem solved. Just kidding, not really solved, but,
Oh god.
Okay. You like how I noticed that, like, a lot of times my statements are like, "Wow, look at this cool thing. Isn't that neat?" But it's also fucking terrible, and we're just gonna bypass it.
Yeah,
And it's
100%.
just like a giant circle. It's a very roundabout way of being like, "I honestly don't fucking know." So,
Uh-huh.
it's a story of my life.
It's fine, it's
I
good.
am the bus. Beep, beep. Okay. Some studies have said that you can help with motor skills by having yourself do things like tapping your fingers. So I don't necessarily know if this is just for lucid dreams or like in general for motor skills, but it's saying that whenever you activate or your brain activates the same way as you touching your fingers as you imagining the movements. So if you're asleep and you're flapping your arms, apparently um your brain has triggered and that's why maybe you feel like you're actually flapping your arms in real life. Um
So, that's actually really interesting because I have woken up punching or kicking. I accidentally kicked Sasha off the bed,
I
but,
have thrown a
like
pillow across the room,
yeah, so and
and it was my
maybe that
pillow. I
is
was sleeping on it, and I was like, "Nope, yeet," and I threw it across.
yeet! Maybe that's the same kind of you weren't quite lucid dreaming, but you were still in that state where your mind was not able to recognize dreaming versus reality,
Right.
so it's activating your motor skills.
Yeah. So, that
Yeah,
led me to the whole thing, like what you were saying, can I work out in my sleep? Like, if I'm lucid dreaming, could I portal to a
that would be
gym and be
nice.
like, "We're going on the step," or whatever it is, stair stepper? I clearly go to the gym a lot, but if you're imagining it, I mean, granted, it's only activating your brain, not necessarily making you do it,
Mhm.
but could
But if
you
your
if you
brain
were
is
like,
still activating, like, maybe those hormones would still go and you would
"I
get, like, the
don't know."
lactic acid or something?
Maybe I mean, if I wake up and I have abs of steel, like, shit.
Okay. So I'm gonna need a physiologist to get into contact with us about this
Or
for reasons,
a psychophysiologist, because I can now say that word.
because I really need to lose some weight in my sleep, thanks.
Same here. I don't know why we're talking like this now.
Thank you.
We're
Okay.
gonna do the rest of the show just like this.
It's ASMR now.
It can help promote creativity and problem solving.
Oh, no, you're really doing it.
No, I'm not, but it honestly, lucid dreams can help
Okay, good.
promote creativity and problem solving simply because, like you
Interesting.
said, if you were, like, in a compound or something, you're like, "Fuck, I don't wanna be here," and then you just like, "I'm gonna fly away." That was a creative,
Mhm.
solution to a locked door kind of thing, or figuring
Yeah.
out how to, like, step through a stairwell to a different dimension. Like, it's just a whole different thingy that your brain is doing. Scientific
Thingy.
term, thingy. There's a lot of hand movements towards my head, that
There
no one
is,
can
yes.
see. There's a lot, and it's all to the prefrontal cortex that, um, if I tap hard enough, I can hear an echo. Um
Oh, you need to
Oh.
get that checked out.
So,
It's time to
now,
go get an MRI or a CAT scan or whatever that is.
did you know that dogs can't, work MRIs, but cats can?
I knew immediately that I said CAT scan and you were gonna do that. I knew it.
Oh, kizay. Alright, so the danger, danger zone of
Danger.
a lucid dream, is mainly you are so focused on having a lucid dream that you no longer are getting a restful night's sleep. Again, nothing to do with demons
Yeah, that's
or
fair.
anything like that. Um, just bitch, you flapping your wings and it woke you up. That's what it is. That's what happened. You didn't get a restful night's sleep.
Right.
Um, So for some people though who have different mental health issues, it can actually cause to more confusion and even hallucinations not due to not being able to really determine what's real and what's imagined from those dreams. So uh,
Right.
you know, it's kind of not great. Great if you don't have a mental health disorder.
Yeah.
Um, I'm
Yes.
gonna stop there.
Not great
Okay.
if you do.
Yeah. So, ways to induce lucid dreaming. You listen to my voice for 10 seconds.
Oh,
Whoa, I have turned into
you turned into
Dracula.
a weird Borat zombie. Yeah, it was weird.
Really, I was channeling the count. 1
Ah. Ah, ah,
2
ah.
and then you lucid dream. No. Okay, so First
Ah.
and for first and foremost, practice good sleep hygiene and keep your room comfortable. Are you ready for this, Taylor? Keep your room comfortable at around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, or for those of
Mhm,
you who are not doing Fahrenheit, 18.3 degrees Celsius.
mhm. I'm still hung up on what good sleep hygiene is.
Basically, go to sleep and wake up. Like, take care of
Okay,
yourself.
I didn't know if it was, like, make sure that your sheets are clean every night, make sure
I
that
mean,
I didn't know if there was
you
more to
should
it.
make sure that you're comfortable and like happy
Okay.
with the situation. Don't go to bed angry. I don't
Okay.
know. Fuck. You
Yes.
asked too many questions, Taylor. I've already done the research
I'm
on my
sorry.
questions and you're asking more questions. Like, shit.
I am a scientist, that's how my brain works.
Punch you through the
It's why I
computer. Okay.
it's why I flap my arms during lucid dreams.
Bird.
Bird.
Pterodactyl. Ah! Yeah, I want to say whenever I go to fly, I just like fly. It's not
Yeah.
Superman. It's not Superman. I'm just like, "Bitch, you gonna fly," and then I'm like, "Woohoo!" and then I'm flying. There's no, like, flaps or anything. It's just my feet come off the ground, and I'm like, "Ah, I'm flying. Ooh."
Oh, it's a beautiful day.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
so keep your, room super comfortable, and apparently the colder the better, I guess, 65
Mhm.
degrees. Um, again, 18.3 degrees
That's what I keep mine
Celsius.
at. Mhm.
65 is chilly.
I mean,
It's
it's perfect
70 in
because
here,
you
and I'm,
have
like, wearing a sweatshirt.
but you've got blankets on. You got blankets on, and it's like, I can feel the cool on my face, but the rest of my
Okay,
body is nice and warm, and I'm like, "Yes."
but it didn't say anything about, like, warming up. So, you
Oh,
having the room temperature be 65 degrees, I don't know if that means, like, with a light blanket or, like, I have my electric blanket
yeah.
on. It's fucking 80 here, and I have my electric blanket on. So,
Yeah.
you know, I don't
Hmm.
know. We are still in the first part of how to induce lucid dreams. Just
Oh,
by the
Jesus,
way, I
go.
haven't finished with this bullet point. Okay, so keep it comfortable and keep the room dark and quiet with a couple exceptions, and that's coming up later. Use blackout curtains. You can use
Mhm.
sleeping masks to help you kind of reduce light, earplugs to help with sound and everything. Just to give you a nice, calm, quiet environment to help you sleep. So that's first and foremost. And
Okay.
also just like in general, whether you want to lucid dream or not, do this for yourself. You deserve it. You deserve a good night's sleep, my
Mhm.
baby. All right. So, reality testing is one of the ways to induce, stop laughing at me. One of the reality, oh, God, bleh. One of the methods to induce is reality testing. And this means testing out different things throughout the
Okay.
day and eventually it'll seep into your dream. So, like, every day, touch a wall. There's resistance. It's a
Yeah.
wall. And every day you touch that same wall. It's a wall. It's a wall. It's a wall. And then one time you'll touch the wall and your hand will go through it. You're now in a dream. So that's the theory behind that, is that you do it so much in reality, in your waking reality, that in your
Mhm.
sleeping reality, you'll do it as well.
Okay.
And once you realize that that wall no longer has that same tension, you'll be like, "Got it. I'm in a dream," and now you can control that lucid dream.
Hmm.
So, again, it may not be touching a wall. It's this researching all of this. I was like, "Oh, it's fucking what's that movie called? Inception." The whole time,
Inception?
just
Mhm.
yeah, like ugh, ugh. That was a that was a movie. All right, so the next I'm not gonna say anymore. People may like that movie, people may hate that movie.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna say it's a movie. So, the mild method, which we talked about, which is the mnemonic induction of
Uh-huh.
lucid dreams, is you train yourself to recognize the differences between dreams and reality.
Okay.
So, kind of the same thing as, like, the wall. You're like, "Okay, it's the wall, it's the wall, it's the wall," but maybe in the wall in your dream, the wall has a picture on it, and it doesn't in reality, kinda thing. Like, you're training
Okay.
yourself to realize, "This is clearly part of my dream."
Yeah.
Um, it's also the individual wakes up from a period of sleep, and then as they're going back to sleep repeats to themselves a phrase like, "When I fall asleep again, I'm gonna know that I'm dreaming." So, in a
Okay.
research environment, so, our good friend LaBerge, he came up with this. So, whenever he would research his subjects, he would wake them up after about 5 hours of sleep and then have them
Mhm.
start their mantra and go back to sleep, hopefully to induce that lucid dream.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
which I'm like, "Bitch, if you wake me up after 5 hours, I'm awake." Like,
No,
I'm
I am not.
awake. I'm
I
not
am
going back
immediately
to
going back to
sleep.
sleep.
No, I would be like, "Why did you wake me?" Like, fuck, but it also takes me so long to get to sleep that,
Mhm.
like, fuck it. Ugh. So,
Yeah.
in conjunction with the mnemonic, the mild method, is the
Mhm.
WBTB. It's WBTB, which is wake back to
Sure.
bed. I just wanted to say it funny.
Okay.
Anyway, WBTB.
The
Anyways,
wubba
WBTB. This
Kai is
is
looking at me with concern.
she's like, "Mom, you stroke it out? Like, the fuck?"
Yeah.
So, it is similar to the mild method, and honestly, when it's used in conjunction with it, it's said to be extremely effective. So, this is when the individual wakes
Hmm.
up in the middle of the night and then chooses to return to sleep after a certain period of time, and that range is
Hmm.
normally between
Okay.
30 to 120 minutes. So, we're looking at, like, what? 30 minutes to an hour and a half? Nope, 2 hours. 2
2
hours.
hours,
That's
yeah.
that's that's what 60 times 60 is. It's 120. Anyways,
No,
so
60 plus 60 is 120.
oh my god! Okay, fuck. So, if you so, in conjunction, if you had someone wake you up 5 hours into your sleep and then was like, "Bitch, stay awake for at least 30 minutes," but repeat to yourself, I will know I'm dreaming when I go to sleep. Apparently, this is a top-notch method
Mhm.
for you to get into lucid dreaming.
At that
I
point,
don't
I'm
know.
awake, though.
Exactly.
Huh. Yeah.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
If it was wake me up yeah, wake
Before you
me
go,
up, do
go.
the thing, and then immediately go back to sleep, yes, 100%. Then I would be okay because I can immediately fall back asleep, but if I have become conscious long enough, I'm not I'll be I'll
I
be
am
awake, so
subscribed to Calm, which if any of you guys struggle with sleep or just, like, relaxation, this is not an ad, but also Calm, you should sponsor us. So Calm, the app,
Mhm.
has on there a bunch of, like, dream stories and that kind of stuff, like sleep stories, and I have ones that I fall asleep to initially, and then I have one, um, that is falling back to sleep softly, and the whole thing is you woke up and now you're trying to go back to sleep, and it's that meditation. So, like, I
Hmm.
struggle with sleep so bad that I have it they're favorited, and I have, like, "How many
Yeah.
times have you used this app?" And it's normally every day a week. Anyways, so, but yeah, if you
Yeah.
guys they also have kids stories too, so just if you have kids that have troubles falling asleep like young Whitney was, get calm. It's pretty great. Okay, so
Yeah.
back to it. You can keep a dream journal. So this kind of will help you determine different features about your dreams and let you know that you're dreaming. So once you're able to kind of recognize different things that happen throughout your dreams, whenever you're in it, you can be like, "Oh, I think this is a dream." And then you can start testing your abilities
Mm.
within your dream, which makes me feel like you are some kind of superhero villain kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, honorable mentions for ways to induce lucid dreaming. This I just thought was like complete opposite to everything else is external simulation or stimulation. So that's whenever I said
Okay.
keeping your room nice and quiet, having blackout curtains, that kind of stuff. This is the complete opposite, and this is like you should have a flashing light, you should have a radio on, you should have something that is going to, when you are asleep, become incorporated into your dream so that you then know that you are dreaming and can have a lucid dream. So,
That's actually legit because I have fallen asleep to Bob's Burgers, and
mhm.
that will incorporate into my dream, and it's not necessarily a lucid dream, but my dream becomes a Bob's Burgers thing.
I have a distinct memory of, trying to wake up for high school one time and my radio went off, um, and they were telling some kind of story on the radio, and I fell back asleep and dreamt the story that they were doing,
Mhm.
and then mom yelled at us and was like, "I'm not coming back up there." So, and then I got up and I went to school. Um, so then the next thing that you could do is use a lucid dream inducing device, which,
Oh, no.
yeah, sounds
I don't like
terrible.
that.
Um, Basically, it does everything that external stimulation would do, but it's like an eye mask or like it's a full headband that goes around your eyes and your
Hmm.
ears, and so it'll stimulate, like, either it'll do flashes of lights or it'll talk to you or something like that. Um, so you could get that to
Mm.
try to induce it, but apparently they're like hundreds of dollars, so it's very expensive when you could just turn on a radio for free. If
Yeah.
you have a radio, if you don't have a radio, I'm sorry, it's like $20. I don't know. Also, if you
That's
don't
legit.
have a radio, how are you listening to us? Girl, what's wrong?
How you doing
How
then?
what? What's wrong with you? Anyways, so the very last one and what we are going to end this on is something that I think you're gonna enjoy. Apparently playing video games. So apparently
Oh,
there
okay.
is a link between playing video games and the frequency of having control of lucid dreams. So basically
Hmm.
your dream becomes more of a virtual reality game and you just kind of do the game, like, you just gaming, man. You just
So,
having a time.
it's interesting that you say that because I have had many dreams where I have dreamed I'm actually in a virtual reality version of a video game, and, like, it's typically Fallout or something like that related that I imagine, like, I dream that I'm picking up ammo and storing it just like I would in Fallout, but it's like
Hmm,
physical ammo and stuff like that. So that's really, really strange, and it is always a lucid dream when I do that.
interesting.
Mhm.
But my thought on that is, I'm pretty sure if you die in that game, you die in real life.
No, because I have died
Whoa.
and I come back.
You die in a lucid wait, hold on, you have lives in your
Yes.
virtual reality lucid dreams?
I do,
Do
yes.
you go like,
I will
"Woo, woo,
die, and
woo,
then I'll come
woo"?
back to a quote unquote "save point" and then start over. No, it's a
Ugh,
very traumatic experience.
yeah. Do you have, like,
Yeah.
the Sonic the
So
Hedgehog thing, like the
I feel like that would induce a night terror. But yeah,
or,
no,
like,
it's
the
a very,
Bowser
like,
laugh at the end, the
yeah. No, it's very, like,
So now I'm
everything goes dark and
yeah.
quiet, and then my whole body starts vibrating, and it becomes tingly, and then I
Dude,
come
you
back
got
to
the rumble
consciousness in the
pack?
dream as a new life. I got the rumble
You
pack,
got
yo.
the rumble pack expansion? Like, shit, man. That's pretty badass. Uh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
So, yeah, it's very traumatic when you die in a lucid dream, at least for
I don't
me.
I have had dreams where I have been dead. I have not had a dream where I've died. I have well, if I have, it's
Really?
that's it. That's the end. Like, that's the end of the dream and I wake up. It's not like I just keep dreaming or come back to a
That's
save
so
point or
weird.
anything like that. But I have had a dream where I've straight up been dead. Like, it was like Sixth Sense kind of thing where I'm Bruce Willis.
Wow, okay, so, no,
Spoiler
I'll have
alert, but
dreams.
also like, fuck.
So, I'll have dreams where I die, and it's not lucid, and I will almost have an out of body experience with the death part, and
Hmm,
then I will make myself go back into my body and restart it,
interesting. So
and
that's actually my next note, which was
oh,
under lucid dream, was out of body experiences. Like I said, I
mm,
have not finished with this.
yeah,
I've got other stuff that I wanted to get into. I just like, god damn, lucid dreaming turned out to be way more extensive than I thought it would be. Um,
right.
and I'm not really sure why. But anyways, so that is what I have on Nachtmares,
That was
and lucid dreaming.
fascinating.
Fantastic, yeah.
I said that very Moira Roses.
That
That
yeah,
was fascinating.
fascinating. The
I
lucid
greatly enjoyed
dreams.
our foray into the inner workings of the mind. It turned a little British there at the
It
end.
really did. I was like, I don't think you're
It was
Moira Rose
British most of the way
anymore.
through. Yeah.
Yeah. You're
No, I'm
just
not. I'm just a
you're just
British
being hoity
narrator.
toity. Yeah.
Yeah, I do what I
Well,
can. Well, that
proud of
was
you.
fascinating. I
Oh, okay,
enjoyed it very,
great.
very much.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, I will
So,
hit you guys up
awesome.
next time with more shit. They
So
were
make sure you stay tuned for that
st-
more shit.
stay tuned for some shit. Some shit with more words that Whitney can't pronounce, like some, apparently.
Yeah, mhm. Mnemonic.
Nim, nim, bleh, bleh. I just fucking love the goats,
The
man.
MN is really fucking you up.
Because they don't go together except for in the alphabet, okay? They're not supposed to.
That's fair.
Okay. Well, I guess we will spook you guys later, or maybe we'll see you in your dreams.
Oh.
Oh, or
Delightful. We
will
will
we
spook you
spook you
later,
later
bitches.
in your dreams?
Oh.
Oh, alrighty.
Sleep well, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.